Installing a Schlage home touchscreen deadbolt with alarm will improve your home security and your peace of mind, and it's so easy. Because the bolt on the lock is extended automatically, it is important that the door and frame are aligned. Use this checklist to determine if your current alignment will work before you begin. You can lock the door currently without pushing, pulling, or lifting the door. Your door alignment stays the same with the changing seasons. If you cannot check every box in the checklist, you will need to adjust your door and/or frame. Remove any existing deadbolt lock and check frame and door dimensions to ensure that there is a minimum of a 5-inch distance between the center of the deadbolt hole in the door edge and the center of any other door latch below the deadbolt. Crossbore diameter measures 2 1/8 inches or 1.5 inches. The backset measures either 2 3/8 inches or 2 3/4 inches from the door edge to the center of the crossbore. The thickness of the door should measure 1 3/8 inches to 1 3/4 inches. If your door is thicker than 1 3/4 inches or less than 1 3/8 inches, please call Schlage customer service at 1-800-847-1864 to order a custom door kit. Once your door prep is completed, you're ready to begin the installation. The only tools you'll need are a standard Phillips head screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, and a tape measure. You can use an electric screwdriver, but please do not use a power drill to tighten screws. First, take a moment to locate the 6-digit programming and 2 4-digit preset user codes for your lock. You can find these on the back of your user's guide and on the back of the alarm assembly. You'll need these codes for reference during the setup process after your lock is installed. You'll be installing the bolt first. Your bolt comes preset at 2 3/8 inches backset. Please adjust the bolt housing if your door requires the bolt to be 2 3/4 inches backset. The bolt comes with a pre-attached rectangular faceplate, but you can change to an optional drive-in faceplate if your door calls for it. Just slide the bolt into place with the word top on the bolt facing upward. If you're using the rectangular faceplate, secure it with the screws provided. If you use the drive-in faceplate, tap it into place flush with the edge of the door, using a block of wood to protect the bolt. The bolt should be in the retracted position, flush with the faceplate. Now install the strike in the door frame. Make sure that the hole for the bolt is at least 1 inch deep. Install the reinforcement plate first, securing it with the long reinforcement screws, then install the strike, using the 2 shorter screws. From the inside, close the door and test the bolt alignment by inserting a flathead screwdriver into the slot in the bolt. Rotate the screwdriver a full 90 degrees toward the door edge to extend the bolt into the hole in the frame. This operation should be smooth, with no dragging or hitting the top or bottom of the hole, and the bolt should be fully extended. If it is not, you'll need to adjust your frame and/or door preparation until the bolt moves freely. Next, install the touchscreen assembly on the outside of the door. Feed the cable underneath the bolt and align the tab on the tailpiece with the notch in the bolt. Clips on the assembly should snap into the crossbar to help hold the touchscreen in place. Now install the support plate on the inside of the door positioned as indicated by top and this side faces door. Route the cable through the slot at the bottom. Make sure the touchscreen and support plate are straight on the door, and have someone hold the touchscreen on the outside of the door while you tighten the screws to secure the support plate. To install the alarm assembly, remove the battery cover by pushing up, but leave the battery tray in place. Be careful not to touch the circuit board, as this can damage the lock. Then connect the cable to the alarm assembly, matching the white dot on the connector with the white dot on the circuit board. The connector will slide on smoothly. Now route the cable into the channel provided to keep it safe from getting pinched or crimped. Align the tab on the tailpiece with the notch in the alarm assembly and slide the alarm assembly toward the door and onto the support plate. Secure the alarm assembly to the support plate, inserting the lower and longer screw first, then the short screw at the top. Do not attempt to turn the thumb turn at this point. The gears will be programmed during testing. After the alarm assembly is secured, unsnap the connector and remove the battery tray. Insert the batteries, ensuring proper polarity, and carefully replace the battery tray, with the batteries facing the door. Reattach the connector and replace the battery cover onto the alarm assembly. The installation is complete, and now you just need to set up and test the lock. To set up the lock, keep the door open and press the Schlage button on the touchscreen. Then enter one of the default 4-digit user codes provided on the back of your user guide. The lock will perform a setup routine. Wait until the bolt stops moving before continuing. Test the lock from the inside first by closing the door and rotating the thumb turn. The bolt should extend and retract smoothly. If the deadbolt drags while moving in or out of the strike, please adjust the strike for better alignment. Keep a key with you while testing the lock from the outside. Close the door with the bolt retracted in the unlocked position. Press the Schlage button. The bolt should extend and lock the door. Now, with the door locked, press the Schlage button and enter one of the default user codes into the lock. The bolt should retract and unlock the door. Your installation is complete. Visit answers.schlage.com for more information.